Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to today's class. Today is the 1st of October 2024. It's great to see you all here. It's great to see also, sometimes I see new names as well. Although right now I don't see any new names, but once again, it's great to see you all here. Hope they are very, very good. Nilab Hawa Shabnam Tahira Rafia Friba Boman. Great, so let's kick off. Today's topic uh, is a little weird. It's a little different. Okay, so it's gonna be listening to voices from around the world. What do you think this means? Listening to voices from around the world. Tell me, anybody can tell me what you think this topic is going to be about. I'll repeat
Um,
voices from
Hello,
around
sir.
the world.
I hope you're fine and doing well. Sorry, can you repeat again the topic?
Okay, the topic is listening to voices from around the world. Okay, the world. Listening to voices from around the world. Okay, so let's hear Rafia. Rafia, what do you have to say? What do you think the topic is about?
Hello, sir. Okay, the topic listening to the voices around the world. Well, in general, I think it means knowing people's preference or opinions in general or in specific questions. But since when you said that today's topic is a bit weird, so I think, from looking that in that point of view, I think maybe we're just going to listen to their voice, like how their voice is or how they speak or something weird like that. But in general, knowing their opinion, this can also be a choice, and that's my own idea.
Okay, thank you very much, Rafia. We're just gonna hear three people. Okay, Shabnam, what do you think?
Hello, and greetings to all of you. Hope every individual doing great. So, since it doesn't refer to a specific matter or subject, so we can have different perception in regard of like this title, like listening like voices from the world, something this you shared. So I think that it might like cover like today's lesson might cover different opinions or perception or notions of different category of people, maybe about like justice, maybe about like awarenesses, maybe about like promotions or different backgrounds, or maybe about different fields of like education or different like engagements of like people, that how like for example they're like engaging in different fields in different careers, how do they see the life, and how was their experiences from their whole life, or maybe like some like global issues as well, or like some like medias and etc, or even something that just like crossed my mind right now, maybe something about cultural like exchanges or like some like arts and etc. So it's something just like came to my mind right now. By the way, today's lesson might cover these type of things since it's not like a specific, so I just like shared my idea. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shabnam. Nilab, let's hear you last.
Okay. Well, since you didn't have any special clue about it, I just speculate that might be about people's concern or difficulty, what they have or what they face in these days, or yeah, maybe people's difficulty or concern, especially these days. That might be, but I just speculate. I'm not sure.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, let me tell you one thing. I think this time Rafia was the most near of what we are going to talk about. Because I said something weird. Yeah, weird might not be the word, but yeah, it's going to be we'll be focusing on understanding different English accents. Yeah, everyone thought it was about opinions and how you think about things. But actually, no, it's more like linguistics. We're going to be focusing on understanding different English accents and dialects. What do you think about that? You know, accents vary a lot, even among native English speakers. I told you, and we had a conversation over this already. Okay, we already said that in different regions we have different dialects and different accents, and this brought me to understanding a little bit more about that issue. So I made up this class thinking about that. So as I told you, accents vary a lot, and depending on the region and culture, especially, you know. So our goal today is to listen to these differences, discuss what we notice, and think about how accents represent cultural identity. Okay, so understanding different accents is really important for global communication. You know, sometimes people speak the same language, but it sounds quite different depending on where they come from. So I hope that by the end of the class, you'll be more familiar with accents from different parts of the world. Uh, when we're talking a little bit more about English speaking countries, you see, because that's where we'll be focusing on. So, you know, my accent is not 100% British. Your accent is not 100%, I don't know, from Arabia or from Afghanistan. So, uh, we'll be focusing on native speakers more, okay? So, what do you think if we watch a video clip from people speaking English that are from different countries? Yeah. So I want you to, as you listen, I want you to pay attention to how the pronunciation, rhythm, and vocabulary differ from what you're used to. Okay. I want you to take notes on anything that stands out. Don't forget, always take notes. So let's listen to the video. I'm going to. Oh, I have to take my camera off. Otherwise, I won't be able to share the video. Camera and mic off. Here we go.
Hello! Hi, I'm Callie. I'm from the USA.
Hi, I'm Katie and I'm from England.
Hi, I'm Mia and I'm from Australia.
Hi, I'm Carrie and I'm from Canada.
So, which country's English is the most different from your country?
Maybe America's English is going to be the most different from my country because I think with Canadian English we still have like some words or like phrases we'll say similar, and then Australian I think we have like a lot of similarities even with some like slang and like abbreviating words. So I think for like British English is definitely the most different from American, I think.
I was gonna say the same maybe. I was between Australian and British English, but after doing some previous videos with Lauren, it was like I couldn't understand some of the expressions at all that they were doing. Of course, I know it's different region by region. Yeah, it just opened my eyes how totally different that it can be. So yeah, I think British English is most.
I feel caught a bit because geographically I'm close to America, so I sound American,
But historically, we're all part of like the Commonwealth, so we have similar vocabulary, expressions, some slang. So I guess I would say Australian would be the most different.
So I was gonna say, like, do you get exposed to like any Australian English or slang like outside of Australia? Because there's not many.
Probably just from shows, like TV.
Because Australia's so isolated.
We're like totally outside of the world.
Really though, like
We
not
are.
like isolated, like people don't go. But
No,
like,
not that we don't. Yeah.
Geographically, you're,
There you go,
you're
yeah.
isolated. Right. Right.
In the US, we would say cookies.
This is like kind of conflicting for me because the one that's in the picture exactly is a cookie. However, if there were not like chocolate chips or some kind of chunk inside of the biscuit, then it would just be a biscuit. So that picture's a cookie. Without the chunks, it would be a biscuit. But I know that America says cookie for all of them. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like very dependent on the chunk.
I'm trying to think of like different kinds of cookies to ask you about.
Yeah, actually Australia is the exact same. Like that specific one is a cookie, like a chocolate chip cookie, but other biscuits are biscuits. Yeah.
Yeah, in Canada, that's a cookie.
In the US, we have a very specific thing that we would call a biscuit. It's like a bread roll, but it's very flaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Do you have a word for this? Because it's not exactly a scone, because we also have scones. Like we could differentiate a scone and a biscuit. So what would you call a biscuit?
We don't have them then, because we've only got sweet scones.
Maybe I just say all those American biscuit things.
Those things. Interesting. In the US, we would say mailman.
In the UK, we call it the postman.
In Australia, we'd also call it the postman or postie for short. Like some people do say postie, but it's not super common. I mean, I've never called a postman a postie, but some people do. So, yeah.
In Canada, that's a postman.
Like in the US, people would maybe not use this as much, but we would know what it is because we say post office, right? Post office, so postman doesn't sound too strange to me. Postie is very strange to me, but it's very cute.
And to add like an IE onto words, like toasty, prezi.
This is cute.
Yeah.
It does sound
We do
cute.
that sometimes too, putting like the I at the end of the stuff. And I think if we said postie, we'd be thinking about like the post office. Like I'm just going to the postie to like, but I feel like that's a really like slang thing, and maybe from where I'm from. It's slang like not the whole of the UK. So yeah, postie, I would think post office, I think.
I would have no clue. I would be like Post-it, Post Malone.
Like a cereal or a snack or something somehow.
That's true.
But mailman, is it weird to say mailman?
It sounds so American.
It sounds so American.
Does it?
It sounds so American.
If one of my friends back home said mailman, I'd be like,
Just judge them.
Don't judge me. In the US, we would say, my favorite movie is Harry Potter.
in the UK, we would say my favourite movie is Harry Potter.
In Australia, we would say my favorite movie is Harry Potter.
In Canada, we'd say my favorite movie is Harry Potter.
I like the way that
Potter. Harry Potter. Yeah.
I expected it to be a little bit more strong from you, like Harry Potter. You know, because in the movie it's very strong. It's like Harry Potter.
I was thinking, should I really like
Play it up.
overpronounce it? Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I guess like maybe Southerners would say it like that. Yeah, my accent is like the ER is more like an F, like Harry Potter. I think that might be like a northern thing.
You say the T's too, yeah.
Harry Potter.
It seems like the rest of us did like the D sound more, Harry Potter. Yeah, right? But you said the T, Harry Potter. Is it usually like that? Like water?
Yeah, water, butter, Potter. Like it's all, yeah, D-ified.
It's got like a mixture of like the way that we all kind of say words, because you guys say like the D instead of T, and then like I'll put like the E or the R at the end, but you guys really pronounce the R, so it feels like
So we're just
Australians like
stupid.
Mix it all together.
a mixture of it. You've got the D, but you've got like the softer ending.
Yes.
And there's like a mixture of the way that we all pronounce it.
Like now that I think about it, yeah, like water.
Harry Potter.
Ooh, Potter was
Was it
really
good?
good.
Okay.
Yeah, Potter was convincing.
Can I hear it one more time?
Potter.
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 Potter. Wait, what?
Potter.
It sounds the same. Potter.
Yeah, it's close. Say Harry Potter together.
Harry Potter.
Pretty good.
Yeah. In the US, I would say it's more common to say, what are you gonna do this Tuesday night?
In the UK, we would say, what are you going to do this Tuesday night?
In Australia, we'd say, what are you going to do this Tuesday night?
In Canada, we'd say, what are you going to do this Tuesday night?
We're all the same.
Yeah.
Right? What are you gonna do?
Do you say Tuesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I say Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Choose, like choose.
Oh,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Say that too, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, so you're Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Oh,
Not Tuesday.
okay. So that's a big difference there, Tuesday.
Some people in like my area would say Tuesday, like Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's
Tuesday.
maybe like a Liverpool thing. Tuesday. My dad says it Tuesday.
I usually say I'm dead.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Or just I'm really tired.
Yeah.
In the UK, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say I'm dead, or you say I'm knackered, I'm shattered, or we'd just be like, I am.
Yeah, exactly the same. Like, I'm always like, to friends here, I'm like, oh, can't be and they're like, what? I'm like, can't be bothered.
Just more of like a.
Yeah, like I literally cannot
I would
handle
never
at all.
I would think like you're screwed.
Yeah,
You have a big problem.
It's not like I can't be bothered to like do that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, you know this?
I'm gonna guess. Does it mean to make a U-turn or to?
Chuck a Yui.
Okay.
Good job.
We say that too, like to make a U.
Yeah, Yui.
Yeah, Yui, but chuck a Yui.
Chuck a Yui.
How about, would you guys know what it means if I said to hang a Roger?
I learned this, I
Hang a
think.
Roger.
I before said hang a Louie.
No idea.
Turn right.
It's
Right? Turn right?
turn right. Yeah.
Turn right.
Yeah.
Do you know hang a Louie? Do you say
Is that turn left?
okay, someone knows hang a Louie.
Louis and Roger, I guess.
Last time no one believed me. Hang a Louie. You know it.
That I'm never driving was an American Canadian navigation.
Like, who's Roger?
Like, Roger, what's wrong? It was really fun. Like, we laughed so much. Ways that we say things in the different slangs. I really enjoyed doing that. That was a lot of fun.
I think that's one of my favorite things about like meeting people from other countries is just like finding their different slangs and like learning things like that. So
True.
yeah,
It's like we all speak the same language, but it's this type of slang and our different vocabulary is what kind of makes it yours. So it's really fun to kind of see what makes our English.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's like same but different.
Yeah, same.
Different flavors. Yeah, I had a lot of fun talking with you guys. There was like some memorable ones. I loved Posty. I think that's so cute. I just want to, like, since you said everything's with the IE, I just want to, like,
Not everything.
not everything? Okay.
Go around
Like,
the
I just
IE.
want to make these rhymes, like, the Posty makes a toasty or something. Like,
Hey.
it's so cute in Australia.
You fit right in. So today we talked about differences in English between our 4 different countries.
If you like the video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. See you soon.
Bye.
Okay, so everybody's hands up. Oh my god. Let's start with Freba. What did you think of the video? What difference did you notice in the accent? Tell me. Alright, let's
Yes,
start.
sir.
Okay, Freba, just
This
tell us what you
video
thought.
was really funny and interesting for me. And they talked about difference between
Freba, I think we're losing you. I don't know if I'm the only one. Can everybody hear Freba?
No.
No, Freba. I don't know if you can place yourself in other. I don't know in a place where you can get a little bit more less noise, because I think you're in a place where there's a lot of noise. So try to search for a place where there's no noise, because we hear a lot of noise. So sorry, Friba. Where did you go? I think you left. Oh my god. Tahira, tell me, what did you think of the video? Was it fun to watch? Was it boring? What do you think?
Sorry, sir, our internet connection was poor.
Oh,
And
Friba's back. Hold on. Friba's back.
yes, sir. And also, another example was about postman. In USA, they say postman, and in Australia, the Australia people say postie, and also in Canada, they say custom. And also, they talk about one movie that name was Harry Potter. Some of them say Harry Potter. Some of them say uh, pronounce like water, border, and some of them pronounce like Potter. And also, they talk about slang, and it was my information about this meet that I can got.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Friba. And well, I got you that you were trying to compare, the postie and a couple of words that you said over there. So thank you very much, Friba. Nurjang, I'm going to answer the question you asked in the chat. The subject of today's lesson is dialect. Okay, so hearing voices from around the world. That's what it's. What's the name of the topic today? So let's see. Tahira, I wanted to
Okay.
ask you, what did you think of the video? Later we'll get into what the pronunciation and words and everything. What did you think of the video? Do you think it was fun to watch? Do you think there should be more videos like this? Was it boring?
Y- okay. It was so funny. Besides that, we learned something. It was as well so funny. We laughed a lot. They speak about the different slangs and accents that you have, a sense differentiation between the English, American, and as well between to Australia. They have beside that they use from a very funny words. For example, say that how we can say I'm tired in the difference of slang how we said it, and they laugh each other. I think that it's so funny and we laugh a lot. Besides that, we learn something new, and I suggest that we have like this video in the future as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sahira. So let's see, Nilab. Nilab, I want to ask you something. Okay, what differences did you notice in the accent? Tell me, what differences did you
Okay.
notice in the accent?
Okay, I have learned that British people instead of ER they pronounce like E. For example, instead of Harry Potter, they say Harry Potter, something like EH instead of ER. And Australian people pronounce like O, Harry Potter, something like OO. I remember this. And I have learned that British people they stress a lot in a word. But the most weird accent for me, not only for me, but also all the people who were in that meeting was like Australian accent, since they pronounced really weird, but it made a sense of humor for them, because they said like this: you are too far away from the earth or something. That is why your accent is a little bit odd. And I've learned that USA people, so I have known that US people say like cookie, but British people say chocolate chips. Australian people say biscuits. That all things mean the same thing, but also the girl who was from US, she mentioned that we say biscuit for a bunch of bread, something like that. So these are the things I remember from that audio video. Sorry.
Exactly. Thank you very much. You know, I have to take my camera off because if I put my camera on while you speak, the voice just goes and I can't hear anything. So that's why I put my camera off all the time. Anyway, yeah, you're right, Nila. I always used to say biscuit as well because I grew up in England, so it's different for me. It's weird for me to hear when I heard the word cookie for the first time. And in my country, they always teach, and in general, everything that involves English as a second language has to do with American English. So for me, it was a shock when I was young, obviously, because I came to this country. I came to Ecuador when I was when I was like a teenager, I think. Yeah. So for me to hear how they teach here English, or to watch American TV, because I didn't watch American TV much. I used to watch a lot of British TV. So when I started watching American TV, it was weird for me because there were many phrases like biscuit, for example. They usually call cookie, and it was like, wow, what is cookie? I didn't know that. So this video, it reminded me of that time as well. So how let me hear you. How was it different from what you normally hear? From what you normally hear, how was it different? The different accents. How is it different?
Yes, so I usually listen to American people, and also I sometimes listen to British people talk in English, but I've rarely listened to Australians, and their accent, and the Australian accent was really amazing for me, and I think that sounded amazing, and I really liked listening to the girl who was speaking in Australian English. But a few things that I noticed about Australian English, which is very astonishing to me, was the first thing that the girl who was speaking in Australian English, she added a little bit of sound of R at the end of the words, which ended with "oh." It was like "sir." I cannot really even pronounce it properly, but it was. I could hear a bit of R at the end of the words, and I think that was a bit different for me. And I haven't listened to or I haven't heard such a thing before. And I always used to think that Canadian people also spoke and also speak in American English, but I noticed that even though they sound American, but their slangs or their words are very different, very similar to British English. So because
Yes.
I'm more used to American English and I hear American people talk most of the time, some of the words were new to me, and I think most of the other languages, most of the other accents, I'm sorry, really like a mixture of American and British, and mostly they use British words instead of American words. And I think American is the one which is more different among them, but that was my opinion.
Okay, thank you very much, Hawa. A respected opinion, obviously, because yeah, if you are used to, as I said, me myself, I was used to only one kind of pronunciation or only one kind of dialect, and when it came to listening to other dialects, for me it was like a shock. Okay, so I started understanding different cultures then, yeah, and from then on I got into understanding different cultures actually, and that's why I love to and respect obviously all the countries in the world, as you might already know. So Shabnam, what differences in pronunciation stood out to you in the most?
All right. So, as these people come from different regions, and for sure, they're illustrating the a difference or like a diversity among these geographical places. And what I what just grabbed my attention here in terms of accent. specifically. So it was about like first like Americans, about like when they're like pronouncing like R at the end of the words, they're pronounced clearly, and it's going to be pronounced, in fact. And the same like the vowel sounds, they're going to be a little bit like they're pronouncing like differently. But in contrary, when it comes to British people, like UK, they're gonna pronounce like R like differently. I mean, they're not pronouncing R when it comes at the end of like the words. They're not pronouncing this, and I think that here we can notice like a huge difference of pronunciations and like vowels, like diphthongs or even like monophthongs. And the same like about like intonation in like American English, often it has a more like straightforward like intonation like pattern, and they have like less variation like in pitch like, compared like to other like some like English accents. And it's the same like for example like an Australian accent, they're all like many sounds that are like going to be like different. I mean, we have like unique vowel sounds that they're gonna be like a little bit like broad. For example, like in the word like fish, they're not gonna pronounce like fish type of thing. A little bit like different like pronunciation. The word, even different words there exist. And if we take a look at like a Canadian accent, since it's like near to like America, for sure that similarities among different different parts in the part of like vowel sounds, which is really clear. And when it comes to like linguistic, especially in English literature, for sure we can like notice them, we can see them. Thank you.
Thank you much, Shabnam. Rafia, have you ever had trouble understanding someone because of their accent?
Of course, sir, because depending on how you speak and how people speak around you, you get to adapt to that area, to that accent. For example, I'm living in Afghanistan, so I know how Afghan people speak in English, so I can understand them very easily. I can decipher what they want to deliver, what they want to say about. But if I coincidentally encounter a British woman or anybody else, I would have difficulties in understanding his or her accent. Not only the accent, I mean the words. Just like in the video we witnessed that every region that has different accent uses different vocabularies. Like in the U.S., people use postman, but I mean mailman. Oh, I don't clearly remember, but they used postman or mailman or even cookies. Some say cookies, some say biscuits. So this can create a barrier between communication, and sometimes we just don't understand what they want to say. And I once encountered like I have a British teacher. So at first, when I had classes with her, she was talking very fluently in British, and just like every typical British, she always omitted the R, which was hard for me to understand. For example, we say water, they say water. I can't pronounce it rightly, but it sounded more like incomplete to me. But then after time, I got used to my teacher's pronunciation, and now I understand it. So at first, it will take time to understand it and get used to it. But if you give it some time, if you practice hearing, you will learn their accent very easily. So that's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rafia. Yes, that's right. It's kind of, yeah, you're right. Some of these phrases create communicational barriers. Totally agree with you. So, Nujang, Nujang, how do you think accents and dialects reflect the speaker's cultural background? I'll repeat the question for you. How do you think accent and dialects reflect the speaker's cultural background?
Okay, hello there. Hello for everyone. I hope that you are doing well. At the first, I'm sorry because I couldn't listen the video because my internet was so poor and I couldn't listen the video. But I think the difference between the pronunciation and difference between the pronounce in the different countries like America, British, Australia, and also United Kingdom and other countries is different a little. For example, in America's they or pronounce the R and stress to R, but in British they don't pronounce the R and they don't use R. They use so few, and we can't know about the pronounce. We can't hear the pronounce of R. And also, for example, in other difference, for example, some words is different in between the American and British. In America, say that football, but in British said soccer, or other words. For example, in Canada's in America said chocolate, and other British said I forgot it. So, but I didn't hear the or watch the video teacher. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay, Nujan, don't you worry. Um, it's fine. I mean, if you weren't able to, you can watch the video later in the YouTube channel. Okay, so uh, Nilab, you wanted to say something. I just saw your message. What did you need to say?
Okay, Professor, I just wanted to mention that uh, something about 1 month ago. Well, I have watched a movie, and that movie I have learned instead of, for example, saying bathroom, that is an advanced word, you can say washroom. So, in the class, I wanted to show off my range of vocabulary in the class since my teacher is from US. So instead of saying bathroom, I say washroom. You know, my teacher confused, and my teacher said, "What do you mean by washroom?" She was thinking that I mean by washroom like a car wash or a place that most people do the laundry or something like this. I said no. My mean is that bathroom. Later on, my teacher said it is unusual in America to say washroom instead of you have to say bathroom, so something like this. And later on, when I checked that was a Canadian accent saying washroom instead of bathroom in a formal way. So I just wanted to mention that.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a nice experience you've had there. Anyway, um, well, thank you for sharing all your points of views. As we've heard, accents and dialects are important parts of who we are. Okay, they reflect our culture, history, and sometimes even our experiences. I suppose that you, in your regions with your own language, you also have a history with different dialects and accents. So that is to be respected. Understanding these differences help us appreciate the diversity within the English language. So, as you see, English language is not just one English language. There is no such thing. There is a lot of, how would you say that? Dialects of the English language. So, it's great. Anybody else has anything to do? I see that Bowman is here as well. I saw him put his hand up. I don't know why he lowered it. I would like to listen to his point of view on this topic, and also I would like to ask him if it's important for people like us, for example, normal people, is it important for us to learn new dialects? Do you think it's necessary to go to Australia and speak like an Australian, or go to America and speak like an American, go to England and speak like a British? or do you have to keep your own dialect? Boman, are you there? Oh my god, I don't think Boman is there.
Yeah, hello, teacher.
Hello, Boman. Let's hear you.
Uh, teacher, yeah, teachers, I have general observations about these dialects and accents and pronunciations. Uh, I think each of these countries they have a variety, different accents or different pronunciations, and each country has its own unique characteristics that is influenced by uh, and culture and history. But there are some similarities about the pronunciation accent because Canada and Australia were a colony of UK. Also, they are the Commonwealth. We know Canada is near to UK to US. They are a neighbor, but Canada is most influenced or impacted by UK. I interested to accent these pronunciations because it's more clear for me.
Thank you very much, Boman. And let me tell you something else. Your internet connection is not good today. I don't know why, and you were very unstable, so we couldn't hear you very well. Anyway, I did catch the idea. I did see what your intention was, and I like the way uh, represented what history can do. They are all. I mean, all the British, all the English-speaking countries are colonies from England. Yes, the British English is obviously the most purest English there is. And as they colonized all the countries like the United States, Canada, Australia, India, and all countries. Well, after that they became part of the Commonwealth. You're totally right. Obviously, in their regions with their original people there from the indigenous people, we would say, okay, they got mixed up, and then the dialects and the accents were created. So uh, yeah, that's history, and that's for everybody to know how those dialects are alike. Okay, now I want to play a game with you. What do you think? Do you like to play a game? I would like to play a game with you. um, I'm going to show you a video, yeah, and what you're gonna do is that you're going to guess the accent. Okay, you're gonna guess the English accent. So we're gonna play today. Let me just put off my camera. Let me just put off my mic, and I'm gonna share the video to you. before we continue, the answers you have to put in the chat box, okay? You have to write the answers in the chat box. Yes? So you have 15 seconds to write the answer as it said there. I want to see your answers.
Not addictive, they're not without risk. Disorientation and dizziness, as well as feelings of nausea and paranoia, can also be experienced.
It also affects the lungs because obviously it's ingested that way and can cause spasm in the throat. When somebody...
Okay, write it down. You have 30 seconds to write what accent it is. Dun, dun, dun. How was this British and American Canadian? No, you just have to write one accent. That was only one. That was only one accent. That's number one. That's accent number one. So you have to write down where it's from. Okay, now we're going to see the next one. Oh my god, that was Irish accent. That was Irish accent, the first one, okay? That was Irish accent. You have to be quicker, okay? I'm not going to pause now. You only have 15 seconds and you have to write it down. Then the answer comes, and that was Irish accent. Oh, man. It's going to be difficult. This is going to be difficult.
And my name was not establishing at all. In my time, I think I will call it as a golden era. Heroine survived for a longer time, not today. Today it is just 2-3 years and then they are over. There's nothing wrong in my life that I have to hide something. It's okay.
Very good, everybody. Now you got it.
Every fault of my own, I managed to skip Italy. So as I was going through, I didn't even notice until when everyone was saying, what about Italy? And I was like, oh damn, snap! I missed Italy, so that's my bad. Sorry about that. As for Armenia and Bulgaria, you know, I started...
Oh, that's London. Yes, that's British.
To be muddled by my knowing too much about. I want to generally know what the case is about. And we do the cases. We start at 9:15 in the morning and we usually finish by 3:15 in the afternoon. And we've done a week's worth of cases in that day.
Oh, great. That's it. That's American from New York. That's New York English.
We get a few awkward ones that either don't know the way home or they just want to, stay on the mountain. So it's a little bit more difficult with the weather being so hot to shift them. The dogs get tired very quickly. The shepherds get very tired.
And this one is difficult. Yorkshire, I think. Welsh. Oh, God. That's Welsh. Welsh.
No, I really appreciate you coming in on such short notice. We were given an anonymous tip, and so we did a random search and found in your son's possession the following.
Oh. I'm telling you, it's not mine.
Shut your mouth.
And Nigeria, I think. No, Jamaica. Oh, my God. We're far away.
My husband and I we inspire each other all the time. It could be daily things where we're both on a workout kick and we inspire each other to, be focused, or just really anything. We really talk it through with each other and get each other's advice and just help motivate each other.
I think it's American. Oh, that's from California. Look, that's a foreign from New York.
Esmeralda, or do you know what I would love to do actually? If they ever did, this isn't Disney, but if they ever redid Prince of Egypt.
Yes.
Because I've seen they've done the musical for it now in the West End. So if they remade that into a film, I'd be down for that. You know what I mean?
Talk to me about.
I think that's Scottish. Geordie. That is from England, but from North.
Designing. If you're a good website designer, then what you want to do is you want to be able to work with someone who understands SEO, search engine optimization, or understands Facebook advertising, or maybe they're a very good salesperson. Now you can focus on just doing your website design, and somebody else can be focusing on doing the SEO and marketing side of things.
Yeah, I think it's Pakistan as well. Oh, Singapore. Oh, check that out. It's Singapore.
And that's been a calling card for us this year. So proud of that, proud of our group for standing together. You can see big moment in the game for me, regardless of score. Tough hit in the corner, and then Tanner's able to stand up to one of the toughest guys.
That's North Central American. Very good. Very good. I see a couple
almost
of...
like the one hardest ingredient at school is like if the kid's happy, like you've got all the permission to do everything else. I was really happy, but nothing else happened. And it was a bit of a weird one as well, because like when I was at school, like dyslexia was never really, you were either almost blind.
That's British, yes. From Essex, actually. Middle of England.
And they just sung me like a traditional song as I got off stage, and I was already emotional. I just started bawling my eyes. It was like such a nice way to finish the night. They just sung this beautiful song like as a gift to me or something. It's just so beautiful.
I think that's Australia. I think that's Australia, yeah. Of course that's Australia. That's Australia.
To finish off this look, I take a couple of sections on the top of my head, and using a paddle brush, I tease the hair to create a little bit more volume on top of my head. Last but not least, I do a quick final spray of hairspray, and we're good to go.
That's Liverpool, I think. Oh, South African! Oh my god!
PayMaya, just like Gcash, they are both digital platform that you can pay bills, you can cash in, you can withdraw, you can deposit, you can do anything, you can pay online. Did you know that, guys? PayMaya offers both virtual and physical card. So
I think it's from Africa. Oh, Filipino. Oh, check that out.
We have a wonderful prevailing atmosphere of tolerance and understanding, and I feel that my own experience is proof of that. And actually, it makes me feel quite proud to belong to a country where it's like
that's British. Scottish, really. Scottish English.
Down and said, well, tell me about yourself. And this interview went on and on and on. I mean, when I arrived, she said, if you got your car on a meter because you're going to be here 3 hours. I said, 3 hours? I don't even know what the job is. So this interview went on for about 2 hours. She asked me absolutely everything about, I don't know, what my interests were when I was...
Birmingham.
Oh, I've had my Twitter since March 2010. That's been a long time. I was about 12, 11 or 12. Yeah, not gonna do the math, but yeah, I was young. So there are probably some pretty stupid stuff.
And that's American. Great. Okay, so thank you very much for having played the Guess the Accent games. Why did you think about that? Okay, Bowman, I want to hear you. Why did you think about that game? Was it fun to play? Did you guess all the accents? Okay, Shabnam, let's hear you.
Yes, sir. I have a question as well. So, because the lack of time, I think first I have to go with my question, right?
It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, so about this game, as far as I see, first it was really amazing and fun, for sure it was. And secondly, as I talk a lot at that, so it's really important to differentiate is according to this we can identify where the people come from, because it matters, the geographical point matters here. That is the point actually. And because it shows their background, from which culture they come from, I mean from which social class class they are. For this reason, so it's really important. It plays essential role and parts of accents, I think, because we had as we watched like this short video. So I noticed that we have like different types of like accent around the world, and it truly demonstrates that there isn't only one English that we're talking about. There are many and many. So it was my like feedback about.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shabnam. Totally correct. Friba, let's hear you.
So I have a question. Is it necessary to know all accents? In Afghanistan, in educational system, just students study American accents and yes, just
Friba,
American accents.
Friba, can you speak a little bit? I can't seem to hear you very well.
Yes, sir. I say, is it necessary to know all accents, for instance, American, Australian, British, and American? Because in Afghanistan, students just study American accents.
Friba, what if you write the question down? Can you write it down? Very quickly because we have to finish now. We're going to finish right now.
If it is necessary to learn all accents, because in Afghanistan, just students learn American accents.
Friba, please try to write the question down, please.
Okay, sir, no problem. I ask in the group.
Okay. I'm going to listen to Shabnam, please.
Yes, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Friba is the one I have problems with.
Sir, do you have my voice?
Yes. Yes, Shabnam, I hear you.
So, sir, I just want to like ask my question that it was that for those students who are like in the verge of like learning English, so which accent do you recommend? I mean, we have lots of like accent like in English around the world. So, which one? So you're like prioritizing, and which one like you're recommending for us that we learn that and we go ahead according to that?
Okay, to answer that question, I would like to tell you you don't have to learn an accent, okay? You don't have to learn an accent. What you have to do is to try to be yourself. What do you think about that?
You're right, sir, but the point is here that, for example, like the Asian like accents like different from like American or British. Sir, I think that the class is going to finish because there is no time.
Yes, I know. Okay. Out of order, man. English advanced class. My dear students, as always, time is our most horrible enemy. The lesson ended, time on Google Meet ended, and I couldn't do anything really. So right now I'm recording this message to you. Any question you have, any question you have, just let me know, okay? Any question you have, let me know through these media, or you can write it down to me through DM, okay? So thank you very much for your participation. I hope you learned a little bit today, a little bit more about the world and cultural stuff. And have a good week. Thank you very much for attending.